Well, all right then. Welcome, precious souls. Let's see what you need to know today. Higher self, spirit guides. I felt that one coming in. Okay, let's keep going. Got 2, need 10. Thank you, spirit. Ooh. Recent past, recent past. Near future. Keep going, keep it going. 4 more, please, spirit. Off the top. Check it out. Okay, guys, let's crack this open. Someone's been wearing a mask. Is it you or someone else? Either way, someone is not being authentic. And to be honest, I like to just cut to the chase. That's pure toxic. No matter who it is. If we're not being ourselves, if we're not following our heart, if someone else is not being themselves, they're not following their heart, who the heck are they? Who are we then? Right? Who are we trying to be? Why are we not doing our purpose? It all leads to... So, check yourself. Is it you? Or is it someone you need to be aware of? You know this deep down inside. Follow your heart. Challenge. Strike the balance between your masculine and feminine side. That's where we find balance and create the abundance that we desire. Too much action, too much sitting and waiting around. None of that's healthy, guys. We need to be authentically ourselves. And when we do that, we can allow ourselves to be fully in our masculine, fully in our feminine as we need to. God knows, I could show you a million pictures. I can go from clearing forests to build houses, building the houses. That's right, that's my hands. That's why I'm not too girly sometimes. To wearing a ball gown and going to some real sassy, high-end thing. That's the male and the feminine. You know when you're being called to use certain energies. You strike the balance and you don't let anybody decide when you're going to take those actions, inactions. Be masculine, be feminine. It's in all of us. It's in all of us. Strike the balance. That's your challenge. You can do any one of your challenges. You can definitely overcome them. You're meant to. So, as a for instance, if a masculine is ignoring his feminine and expecting to be chased, he's very much operating far too much in the feminine, okay? He's not in his masculine energy. He's like literally more feminine. if a feminine for a long time, the person I was married to, which was exceptionally abusive, was definitely very toxic and in his total feminine. So I was literally the masculine in my marriage, and I also tried to be the feminine. I tried to do everything, but I was too masculine. I was the one always lifting. I was the one always lugging, didn't want to wreck anybody else's nails. There's a balance. And this is important why I feel compelled to bring this up. Find the balance and make sure you're being authentic, okay? Know your limits as well. Okay, guys, let's get back down to the cards. Check this out. Okay, so this one is subconsciously you are understanding that the lows in life are just as important as the highs. We need to rest in the low times. We're being prepared for something in the low times. And everything is in divine timing. No matter how much we think we're in control, we're totally not. It's about we get to make choices. We do have free will. If we're being offered something and we don't jump on it, it'll go to somebody else, okay? So always be very observant to what's going on around you and your signs, but Don't try to push through things when it's not busy. It doesn't mean you need to work extra hard. It means everything's going to be presented to you in divine timing, and you better rest up because something big's coming. All right, consciously, you're trying to tap into that inner guidance. You might be feeling a little lost right now, especially if someone, including maybe yourself or anybody, is not being authentic. You could sense it a mile away, and so can everybody else. I can't say this enough. I have filtered through, as a true seer and as a true alchemist, I have filtered through so many people that think they're fooling me, and I just kind of nod and go, because I wait until I'm called to leave the situation. I really go by my instincts on how long do I just keep handing out that rope. People can sense when you're inauthentic. They can sense it. Like, no one's kidding anybody. So this is important. I think this reading is pretty profound, okay? And just by being always your truest, honest self, and I was taught this at a young age too, you don't have anything to fear if you've done nothing wrong. Okay, even though our justice system is quite crooked, and even though there are many, 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 many narcissistic individuals in wrongful place of power where they can abuse that power. Trust me, I've had that done to me too. But it all comes out in the end. All comes out in the wash. So if you're being authentic and you're not doing anything wrong to hurt anybody, then you're good. Okay? I'm gonna fix the camera. All right, so moving right along, in the recent past, you were tapping into your inner voice. And this is what's helping you to see what is truly authentic and what is truly not. What is out of balance in my life? Where am I being too feminine, too masculine? Where can I find that balance where I'm making it all about me too, my self-care, but I'm also being kind and considerate to others. Just find a balance in everything. Everything is meant to be in balance. It's so simple. We complicate it so much. Okay. Now, should you accept this challenge, make sure you're being authentic and allow yourself to trust your instincts when other people are being inauthentic, not to sit there and go, well, maybe I'm just seeing it wrong. No, get the hell out of there. Get them out of your space. Because if they are not being honest with you, they do not belong in your life. It is literally that easy. It's like, whoosh, gone. That's what that's supposed to be. These spidey senses, that's what that's supposed to do. If you stay in that situation longer than when you've already acknowledged that someone is not being real with you, you are bringing on your own suffering. And I can state that from experience too. Did a lot of years that way. Trust your instincts. Okay. So if you choose to become your true authentic self and make sure you are and see people for who they really are, and then allow yourself that beautiful balance where you could be your own lover, so to speak. You could be your own masculine and feminine side. That's when you're a whole person and you really are ready for someone else to come in. But meanwhile, in the near future, it will grant you absolute awareness by practicing these qualities. Am I being authentic? Am I just saying that because I don't want to hurt their feelings? Am I just saying that to be manipulative? All those questions, right? Because once you really marry yourself to being only you, because that's who you're meant to be, and the right people will resonate, that's when you step into this amazing awareness. That's when you will be granted more of your psychic abilities. Okay? This is when you can be trusted with it. You're not going to be granted the ability to keep manifesting tons of stuff or seeing and reading people's souls and knowing what their true purposes in life and all this stuff if you're misusing it. Oh no, those powers get stripped away. They get stripped away. And if they are misused in the meanwhile in any way to harm others or to manipulate for your own interests, oh boy, karma really sucks. Because that's like the worst. That's one of the worst things you could do is use your innate, beautiful, godlike powers and abilities to harm people. That's like, I would never want to do that. I would never question, even think about doing that. But I've seen what happens to the people that do it, and just trust me. So anyways, that's why it brings you more awareness, which enhances your gifts in the future. In the now, you are going through this beautiful change. So you are being guided. That's why it's kind of a weird time right now. Nothing that you're used to, things that you might have been focusing on, they're not coming to fruition. And you're like, what the heck? It's because there's something better that you're being guided to do. The things you were working on are going to help you, though, in this next phase. And that's why you're being moved forward. That's why things are changing. It's because you are being moved to a new phase that is way better for you. And your spirit guides are just asking you, have courage, as you have so many times before, even when you go through change. And if you look at the past, you're like, oh God, how am I going to make it through this, right? How many times have we said that in our life? How am I going to make it through? Yet here we are. You're listening to me. I'm talking to you. We're here. Oh gosh, we survived. The sun still came up every day. No one, everything's still, we're here. And we keep proving it to ourselves. And yet sometimes people still have that little bit of doubt. It's like, but am I going to make it this time? I made it 10 million other times, but am I going to get through this time? Yeah. Right? Okay. So, what you're desiring the most, but what you're denying yourself, you're desiring feeling unconditionally loved, unconditionally supported in the way that you unconditionally love and support other people. You are desiring the same that you've given out all of this time in your life to so many people who stomped on it and misused it, right? Do you remember what I said about misusing that power? Yeah, just be glad it's not you. Okay, so anyways, we are creating our own limits in life. So you are not allowing yourself to give it to you. You were programmed, just like so many of us, to believe it's selfish to want things for yourself. It's selfish to pour into yourself. Nope, absolutely lie, 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 lie. Now, I'm not saying that people who raised you or taught you were trying to lie, but that's the crap they were fed. That's why all these cycles need to be broken. Yes, it's very good to pour love into yourself because whatever changes inside is what changes the outside. Reacting to the outside environment is futile. It is futile. You're arguing with air. It's an illusion. It's a projection of what is inside. So, if you want something to change on the outside, you got to change it inside. You need to pour that love on yourself. Give yourself a nap in the middle of the day if you need. Quit the friggin' matrix jobs where they control you and they try to change who you are to fit in their little itty bitty box. Do what works for you and makes your heart feel good. It's so simple and we complicate it. It doesn't feel good. And I'm hearing people like the same thing I said once a long time ago. Well, I've still got to pay the bills. Guess what, guys? I'm still here and I've got ex-narcissistic friends and husband and everything like that trying to sink me because they have to prove to their ego that I wasn't stronger than them. They can't accept that. Plus all the smear campaign and all the garbage lies they put out there about me. They've got to make it look like I'm an epic failure, that it was them who was carrying me all this time. If I can do that and pour the love in me, because I'm still making it, because inside in my reality, I'm in love with myself. I love myself unconditionally. I love that I'm flawed and I'm working on any flaws. I love that I'm eager to learn. I love that I'm a hard worker. Use these, guys. I know these apply to you. Love that you get up every morning even when you're getting the crap kicked out of you by people that want to see you fail or leave the planet. Love that you've still got this determination and you're still here despite how much you've been kicked down. Love the fact that you did all these matrix jobs that get you this far. Love the fact that you're so forgiving and love the fact that you're unconditionally loving to everybody, even after they've hurt you and you give them 10 million chances. So it's about forgive yourself like you would anybody else who's betrayed you, right? Yeah. Give yourself another chance when you fall flat on your face. Give yourself that kind of love. Give yourself all of this good stuff. Look yourself in the mirror and go, you know what? We're okay. We're okay and I love you. And I love you and I know we're going to keep going. And tomorrow's another day and I'm just so grateful. And you pour the gratitude in. I'm grateful for my old version of myself because he or she got me this far. And now I'm going to carry the torch the rest of the way. Or I'm grateful for all the people that really effed with my life because I would never have understood how important it was to create healthy boundaries for myself or advocate for myself or see what I didn't want and what I really deserve. There's always a positive, and when you live in the positive, you just keep redirecting, reprogramming those old thought patterns that go, bring them back up. What goes down can also come back up, guys. Pour that into yourself. Everything you so easily gave to everybody else, give it to yourself and watch the magic happen. Your whole entire illusionary world will start changing, okay? I don't know why I talk like this with my hands. It's a lot of passion. Okay. The key is to drop control. The more we try to control the outside world, like I said, it's like you're trying to control things that are out of your control. It's an illusion. You control what's inside, how you act instead of react, how you respond. Think about things first. Take those breaths when someone's using you like a human punching bag. They want to get a reaction out of you. They want you to try to control things. If I had if I had a penny, if I had half a cent for every time somebody tried to control me and try to get me to attempt to control the illusion, I'd be a filthy rich person. Filthy rich. I mean, the amount of people that try to get you to change your environment so that you try to control it and you're like swinging at air trying to fix things, right? The control starts from within. It's how you act, react, respond. It's how you choose to heal the wounds inside that once made you fresh bait for anybody who was looking for an easy target, right? Like people pleasing, No, you're damn well perfect enough. You're born to be loved. When you were born, you deserved unconditional love. And your whole life is like that. It doesn't change. You are always absolutely unconditionally loved by your creator. And it's supposed to be like that from everybody, but and the human experience in the matrix, and don't get me started, but people putting these conditions on made you feel like you had to bring more to the table, try a little harder, work a little harder. Oh man, honestly, I was like completely led like a little puppet for almost all of my life, just until I came to terms with the fact, wait, if I'm not enough, I'm actually supposed to just get you out of my face. And it's that simple. If somebody can't accept you for who you are, they're not supposed to be with you. They're not supposed to share space with you. They're probably working on your downfall. And that's honestly sad, but it's true. They are either jealous of you or they don't get you. Why would you want to spend your whole life trying to explain what you know or feel to someone who is absolutely dedicated and married to misunderstanding you, right? They're exhausting you and they are siphoning and harvesting your energy. So, right? Don't try to control the outside environment. Your angels have your back. Your spirit guides are moving you to where you need to go. All you need to do is what's in the moment. How do I deal with it? Oh, there's a neat little egg. Okay. What do I do with it? Okay, I'm supposed to put that here. Oh, look at this. There's a Twizzler coming in. Remember the old Astro Smash game? Am I allowed to say that? It really aged me there, but woo! Get your gun under there. But if you're trying to do it all at once or you're trying to move in ways that the game doesn't allow you, you just play by the rules, right? And the best way to do that is to focus on what's in front of you. You don't need to worry about tomorrow or yesterday. It's literally what's in front of you. That's where the control is. Put all your intense energy into what is in front of you. Oh, and the bottom of the deck, quit postponing what you need to do because you're focused so much on other things. Yesterday, tomorrow. That's wherever, see, the color goes into the picture wherever you're putting it. So are you putting it in the future? That's not even there. That's matrix illusion. Are you putting it in the past? That's gone. Take your pen, take your little pretty paintbrush or whatever you call it, and put the color with what's in front of you, which right now you're challenged with striking a balance. Strike a balance from within and you will find balance out. Don't overpour the love to everybody else if you're not giving it to yourself too. Don't overwork if you're not getting enough rest. Lows with the highs. This whole reading is about this, guys. And it's actually that simple. It is that simple. And as human beings, for the love of all that's good, why do we complicate it so much? I don't know. But if it doesn't feel comfortable, it gets moved out of your life. And it's easier if you do it than taking the 10-year, 20-year, 40-year round it. Your happiness comes the sooner you start doing what you need for you. Okay? And that will naturally trickle out and help others. All right. If you get called to have a personal reading, guys, give me a shout. Email me at paintingsbycatherine@gmail.com. We'll do a live one-on-one, face-to-face like this. And $33 Canadian if you are a subscriber to my YouTube channel, Earth Angel 3811. I think I just gave you some stuff to think about, so shine on. You got this. Be authentic.